features Trevor Lawrence. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Broncos and the Cardinals, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. It's been a great start to the season. Back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go. But they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry them a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there was also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 92 yards.
And we all know he had a big workload last week, so I'm eager to see if they decide to back him off a little bit. Personally, I hand it to him 20-plus times again. When a running back's locked in like he is, I want him to keep touching the football.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. Another run for Gibbs here. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Young.
plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And they'll give him down at about the 37, well short of the first. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. Fighting through. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. But taking a look at Hall's numbers from a week ago. 9 carries, 51 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20 plus.
Now Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
But my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And they're going to avoid him at the 40. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. The Broncos at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Now Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Lawrence. And it's incomplete, but he doesn't drop any like that on 2nd down. Look at this Arizona defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get out of roll or chip away their timing.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They go play action with Lawrence. Steps away. Lawrence hitting the ball is free. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So the turnover forced, and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Trying the left side with Gibbs. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball around.
That throw by Young incomplete. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Young. 16-yard line. Derek Brown in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Patterson's kick is good, and the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pick up the 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence, open man left side, Shaheed has it. Second catch for him today, and they'll wind up the 1st down.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The football going back over to Arizona now. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. In fact, when I'm a little bit off balance, I prefer to take a shot. But a lot of coaches will tell you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. Get a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Catch is made by Metcalf. 23 yards on the play.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Broncos are about set to go on offense.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 24-yard line.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running left, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
63 yards receiving for him now. That last catch good enough for a first down.
That's another Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead is Hall. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Cardinals' 42-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. He's got it to Williams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get down and out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That's good.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. This will be caught by his big wide receiver. But he's only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
On play action, Lawrence rolling to his left. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield though. He didn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down after a very nice game. Forget the run. 3rd and 1, they shot the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Ball again. And he's not going too far. In fact, And stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now a 3rd and goal situation as this Arizona defense tries to stand tall once more. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the second quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is way through.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it, the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in the positive direction. Young looks to throw on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 45-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for.
Now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. That throw by Young incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, I think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field. Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And brought down about before reaching the 25. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, and not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
They'll send a tight end in motion right.
They go play action now. Lawrence.
Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall. 4 yards to pick up first down.
Look, I realize on any play call that is properly executed, go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Lawrence will throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and his last one, a first down.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Now Lawrence going to get his guys to go quickly. Throwing on second and long. Lawrence. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Following the interception, Young. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Again, 11 on the play. First down, Cardinals.
It's Young on first down. That's complete to McBride. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a first and goal.
Young to throw it. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown reception from Trey McBride. The Broncos going to go on offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Lawrence over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Lawrence. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
For Kittle here, it's complete. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown! A big play there. 42 yards. And the Broncos get a late score here, the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Point up and good by Dicker. That slices the lead down to 17-10. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Cardinals going to get the football one final time here this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. Down the left sideline. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 33. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And Young's throw there incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Now a second down throw for Young. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Patterson's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where you see the final score there. Sam Howell, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. Next, we head off to check out another game. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. 2 touchdown passes there for Lamar Jackson. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Patrick Mahomes, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Well, the Broncos offense set to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Lawrence. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. On first down, Lawrence. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. It's a throw again as Lawrence. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. A first down throw for Young. A short one here, caught by McBride. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Goes right back to McBride. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Arizona.
Out of the gun, it's Young. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
That throw by Young incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring him down.
Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. And that brings up 4th.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. On 2nd down, Young. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. And award that sack to Boogie Basher.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter, really forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in their territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And they're going to be set down around the 15-yard line. It's another first down on a good gainer there, 33 yards. And you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Now Lawrence on first down. This pass out wide to Hall. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's second down. Lawrence going to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in. It's been tied in. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. First and goal. They got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Trevor Lawrence, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He was defended by the wrong man.
Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now Young. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A second down throw for Young. He'll find Metcalf. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Now, some concern out there right now as we got an injury stoppage. It's DK Metcalf who's getting some help following that last play. 3rd and 5.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. It'll be Young again. Touchdown, Cardinals. Robert Woods with career touchdown number 60. And the Cards are able to add on to that lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point try now for Patterson.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive, 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it ends with a Robert Woods touchdown reception. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now Hall to start the drive. Dancing away at the 35. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. 2nd and 6.
It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Again, it's Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
2nd down and 6 now.
2nd and 6 at the Cardinals' 15-yard line.
Lawrence will throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A 15-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer. They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Broncos 24.
This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. But Jahmyr Gibbs and the rest of the offense headed back out.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. And he will find his way forward about the 23-yard line.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All the guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up.
We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
Young off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front, the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and pull through contact and short of the sticks.
And Young's throw there incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock. Really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Well, he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now Lawrence. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. And remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And we'll find the open man. That's complete. And right past the 35 before it's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
How many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Now Lawrence to throw. Down the sideline he goes. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A game there of 30 big ones.
This game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a give, right side. Goddard. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Here's Lawrence. And check down, complete to Hall.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
It's now 3rd and 10.
Lawrence. They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
A first down throw for Young.
Finds Gibbs on a check down.
So they'll get nothing on that play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Young will set to throw. Pass to the right, and he's got McBride.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Young on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there left to draw that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left.
On play action, Lawrence. It's caught on the right side, Williams.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49 line. And they want to go back to that. The first play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a give to Hall.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
That throw by Young incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Young. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over it that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Young to throw it. And that is incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at it from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. Here's 3rd down at 5.
3rd and 5.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Hall want to give up the middle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll give the Hall. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now the Cardinals going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Fingers to the start of the 4th quarter.
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly have played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. They will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 7. A little under 50 seconds to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He's got it complete to Gibbs. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. Here's Young. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And that's going to be a 1st down to the 35 as the clock continues to run. The
Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout. Now Young, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 8, and defensively they'll say you can have that.
One last shot for Young.
This ball intercepted. Garrett Stingley picks it. Down the right sideline.
And he takes this one back.